The way you talk to yourself is one of the most powerful forces shaping your life. Every thought you think, every word you tell yourself is creating your reality. Whether you realize it or not, your self-talk influences your confidence, your decisions, and your ability to achieve success. The problem is that most people are completely unaware of the conversations happening in their own minds. They go through life on autopilot, allowing negative thoughts to repeat over and over, reinforcing doubt, fear, and limitations. But when you change the way you talk to yourself, everything else begins to change. Imagine carrying a friend with you everywhere you go, someone who constantly tells you you're not good enough, you'll always fail, or this will never work out. How would that affect you? Would you feel motivated? Would you push yourself harder? Or would you start believing those words, shrinking your dreams and settling for less? The truth is, many people do not need an outside critic because they have already become their own worst enemy. Their inner dialogue is filled with self-doubt, fear, and negativity, and over time, that mindset shapes their actions and results. But now, imagine having a different kind of voice in your mind. One that uplifts you, encourages you, and reminds you of your strength. Instead of saying, I'm not good at this, you hear, I'm learning and improving every day. Instead of thinking, I always mess things up, you remind yourself, every mistake is a step closer to success. Instead of telling yourself, I'll never be successful, you say, I am capable and I will find a way. When you start shifting your inner dialogue, you begin to rewire your brain for confidence, resilience, and growth. Self-talk is not just a motivational tool. It's backed by science. The words you speak to yourself influence your emotions and your performance. Studies have shown that positive self-talk improves focus, increases motivation, and even enhances physical abilities. Athletes, entrepreneurs, and high achievers across all fields use this strategy to push themselves beyond their limits. They do not wait for external validation. They give themselves the encouragement they need. They understand that success starts in the mind, and they take control of their thoughts before their thoughts take control of them. But changing your self-talk does not happen automatically. It requires awareness and intention. The first step is to start noticing the way you speak to yourself throughout the day. Are your thoughts lifting you up or tearing you down? Are you being your own supporter or are you being your own biggest obstacle? Pay attention. And when you catch yourself saying something negative, pause. Replace it with something empowering. If you say, I can't do this, stop and say, I am capable and I will figure this out. If you think this is too hard, remind yourself, challenges make me stronger. The words you choose matter. They create the energy you bring into every moment. This is not about ignoring reality or pretending everything is perfect. It is about choosing a mindset that helps you move forward rather than holding you back. Life will always have challenges, setbacks, and obstacles, but the way you speak to yourself determines how you respond. Will you give up or will you push through? Will you doubt yourself or will you remind yourself of your potential? The choice is yours. When you change your inner dialogue, you change the way you see yourself. And when you change the way you see yourself, you change the way you show up in the world. That is why, for just one day, talk to yourself differently. Speak to yourself with the same kindness, encouragement, and belief that you would offer a close friend. One day of intentional self-talk can shift your energy, your mindset, and ultimately your future. Most people go through life without realizing that the way they talk to themselves is shaping their reality. The mind is like a sponge, absorbing every word, thought, and belief we repeat to ourselves. If those thoughts are filled with doubt, negativity, and fear, then our actions, confidence, and overall success will reflect that. The truth is, your mind listens to every single thing you tell it, and over time, it programs itself to believe those words, whether they are true or not. That is why it is crucial to take control of your self-talk and reprogram your mind for success, strength, and positivity. From a young age, we are influenced by the words and beliefs of those around us: parents, teachers, friends, and society. If someone tells you that you are not good enough, not smart enough, or not capable enough, those words often get stored in your subconscious mind. Even if they are not true, they can shape the way you see yourself and the way you approach challenges. This is why so many people struggle with self-doubt and fear, because their minds have been conditioned to believe in limitations rather than possibilities. But just as a computer can be reprogrammed, so can your mind. You are not stuck with the thoughts and beliefs that have been handed to you. You have the power to change them. The first step in reprogramming your mind is awareness. You must start paying attention to the thoughts running through your head. Are they supportive and empowering, or are they filled with criticism and fear? Many people do not even realize how often they speak negatively to themselves. They say things like, "I'm not good at this. I always fail. I'll never be successful," without stopping to question whether those statements are even true. But once you become aware of these patterns, you can start to change them. Instead of letting old limiting beliefs control you, replace them with new empowering ones. When your mind tells you, "I can't do this," counter it with, "I am learning and growing every day." When you hear yourself say, "I'm not good enough," replace it with, "I am worthy. I am capable, and I have everything I need to succeed." It might feel unnatural at first because your brain is used to the old patterns, but the more you repeat these new thoughts, the more they become a part of your identity. Science has proven that the brain is constantly changing and adapting. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, means that the way you think can physically rewire your brain. The more you repeat a thought, the stronger the neural connections associated with that thought become. If you constantly repeat negative beliefs, those pathways become stronger. But if you intentionally replace them with positive, empowering thoughts, you begin to rewire your brain for success. Over time, what once felt forced will become natural, and your mind will start working for you instead of against you. This process requires consistency. Just as you would not expect to build muscle after one workout, you cannot expect to transform your mindset overnight. It takes daily practice. Catching negative thoughts and replacing them with better ones, reminding yourself of your strengths, and choosing to believe in yourself even when doubt creeps in. Some people write down positive affirmations and repeat them every morning. Others create vision boards or keep a journal of empowering thoughts. Whatever method you choose, the key is to be intentional and consistent. Reprogramming your mind is not about ignoring challenges or pretending life is always perfect. It is about shifting your perspective so that you see opportunities instead of obstacles, strengths instead of weaknesses, and solutions instead of problems. When you train your mind to focus on what is possible, you naturally become more confident, more motivated, and more capable of achieving your goals. And when you do this for just one day, you will feel the difference. Your energy will shift, your mindset will strengthen, and you will realize just how much power you have over your own life. The way you speak to yourself has the power to either build you up or tear you down. Most people don't realize that their inner dialogue is shaping their confidence, emotions, and overall success in life. The words you use the tone you take, and the beliefs you reinforce all contribute to your mindset. If your self-talk is filled with doubt, fear, and negativity, it will drain your energy and hold you back from reaching your full potential. But when you speak to yourself with confidence, encouragement, and positivity, you begin to transform the way you think, feel, and act. Many people struggle with self-doubt because they have spent years feeding themselves negative thoughts. They say things like, "I'm not good enough," "I always fail," or "I'll never succeed." Over time, these thoughts become deeply ingrained in their subconscious minds, creating self-imposed limitations. The truth is, your words become your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you are not capable, your mind will believe it, and your actions will reflect that belief. But if you begin speaking to yourself with strength and certainty, you will start to see a shift in your mindset and confidence. Speaking to yourself with confidence does not mean ignoring your weaknesses or pretending that challenges do not exist. It means choosing words that empower you rather than words that weaken you. It means replacing doubt with belief, fear with courage, and hesitation with determination. When you face a challenge, instead of saying, "I can't do this," tell yourself, "I am capable, and I will figure it out." When you make a mistake, instead of saying, "I always mess things up," remind yourself, "I am learning and improving with every step." The way you talk to yourself in these moments makes all the difference. Think about the most successful people in the world. Athletes, entrepreneurs, leaders, and innovators, they all have something in common. They believe in themselves even when things are difficult. They do not wait for others to give them confidence. They create it within themselves. They use self-talk as a tool to stay focused, motivated, and resilient. They remind themselves of their strengths, their vision, and their ability to overcome obstacles. And because they speak to themselves with confidence, they take bold actions that lead to success. One of the most powerful ways to develop this habit is by using positive affirmations. An affirmation is a statement that reinforces a belief about yourself. When you repeat affirmations with conviction, you begin to rewire your mind for success. Instead of saying, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am strong, capable, and worthy of success." Instead of saying, "I'm afraid to fail," say, "Every challenge is an opportunity for growth." The more you repeat these positive statements, the more your mind begins to accept them as truth. Another important aspect of confident self-talk is the tone and energy behind your words. It is not just about what you say, but how you say it. When you speak to yourself, do so with conviction and certainty. Instead of saying, "I hope I can do this," say, "I will do this." Instead of saying, "Maybe I'll succeed," say, "I'm creating success every day." The way you phrase your thoughts impacts the way you feel and the actions you take. This shift in self-talk does not happen overnight, but with practice, it becomes second nature. The more you train your mind to speak with confidence and positivity, the more it will become your default way of thinking. And when you commit to talking to yourself like this for just one day, you will feel an immediate difference. Your energy will change, your mindset will strengthen, and you will start seeing yourself in a new and more powerful way. Fear and doubt are two of the biggest obstacles that hold people back from achieving their dreams. They whisper in your mind, convincing you that you are not capable, that you might fail, or that you are not worthy of success. The unfortunate truth is that most people listen to these voices and allow them to dictate their actions, or worse, their inaction. But what if you could silence those limiting beliefs? What if you could train your mind to speak words of courage and strength instead? The way you talk to yourself has the power to either fuel your fear or completely destroy it. Self-doubt does not appear out of nowhere. It is something that builds over time, often planted in our minds by past experiences, failures, or even the words of others. Perhaps someone told you that you were not good enough and you started believing it. Maybe you failed at something once and now you assume you will fail again. This is how doubt grows. Through repetition and reinforcement. The more you tell yourself that you cannot do something, the more your mind accepts it as truth. And once your mind believes it, your actions start to align with that belief, making failure a self-fulfilling prophecy. But what if you flip the script? Instead of using your words to feed your fears, what if you use them to build your courage? Every time doubt enters your mind, you have a choice. You can either agree with it and let it control you, or you can challenge it. When your mind says, I don't think I can do this, respond with, I am capable and I will find a way. When fear tries to convince you that you will fail, tell yourself, every failure is just a step towards success. When uncertainty makes you hesitant, remind yourself, I have overcome challenges before, and I will overcome this too. The words you use shape your emotions, and your emotions drive your actions. If you keep reinforcing fear, you will hesitate, avoid risks, and hold yourself back. But if you speak words of strength and confidence, your energy will shift. You will start to take action, step outside your comfort zone, and push through barriers that once seemed impossible. This is why successful people train themselves to talk to themselves differently. They do not let doubt control them. They overpower it with a mindset of resilience and determination. One of the most effective ways to do this is through affirmations and visualization. If you struggle with fear, start your day by speaking powerful statements to yourself. I am strong. I am confident. I am in control of my thoughts. I can handle any challenge that comes my way. Say these words out loud with conviction as if they are already true. Your mind will begin to accept them, and over time they will become your new reality. Visualization is another powerful tool. Close your eyes and imagine yourself succeeding. Picture yourself handling challenges with confidence, making bold decisions, and achieving your goals. The more you see it in your mind, the more natural it becomes and the easier it is to take action in real life. This is not just a mental trick, it is backed by science. Studies have shown that the brain responds to visualization almost as if the experience were real. By mentally rehearsing success, you train your mind to expect it. But none of this works if you do not take action. Words are powerful, but they must be followed by movement. When fear tells you to hold back, push forward. When doubt tells you to stay where you are, take a step ahead. Every small action builds momentum, and momentum builds confidence. The more you prove to yourself that you can handle challenges, the less power fear has over you. For just one day, speak to yourself as if you are unstoppable. Use words that build you up, not tear you down. Replace fear with belief, hesitation with action, and doubt with confidence. When you do this, you will realize that the biggest thing holding you back was never the fear itself. It was the way you spoke to yourself about it. And once you change that, nothing can stand in your way. Your mind is a powerful force, and the words you speak to yourself shape your reality. Every thought you entertain, every belief you hold, and every word you repeat in your mind has the ability to either push you forward or hold you back. This is why self-talk is not just something to be aware of. It is something to be mastered. You must learn to speak to yourself in a way that fuels your motivation, strengthens your resolve, and keeps you focused on your goals. The way you talk to yourself determines how you handle setbacks, how you approach challenges, and ultimately how successful you become. Many people struggle with motivation because they wait for inspiration to come to them. They assume that successful people are naturally driven every day, but that is not true. The most successful individuals understand that motivation is something you create, not something you wait for. And one of the most powerful ways to generate motivation is through intentional self-talk. When you wake up in the morning, what do you tell yourself? Do you start your day thinking about everything that could go wrong? Or do you speak words of energy, focus, and determination? Your first thoughts in the morning set the tone for the rest of your day. If you start by telling yourself, I'm tired, I don't feel like doing this, today's going to be difficult, then your mind will follow that direction. Your energy will drop, your focus will fade, and your motivation will disappear. But if you wake up and immediately say, I am ready for today, I have the strength to face any challenge, I am capable, I am focused, and I am determined, your entire day will shift. The words you use first thing in the morning will influence your emotions, and your emotions will drive your actions. It is not just about mornings though. Throughout the day, your self-talk either builds your momentum or destroys it. When things do not go as planned, do you speak to yourself with frustration and discouragement? Or do you use your words to refocus and keep moving forward? Imagine you are working toward a goal and something goes wrong. You make a mistake, hit an obstacle, or face unexpected difficulties. In that moment, your self-talk is critical. If you say, I knew this would happen, I always mess things up, maybe I should just give up, then you are programming your mind for failure. But if you tell yourself, this is just a challenge, I am learning from it, and I'll find a way through, then your mindset stays strong. You remain motivated because you are reinforcing the belief that you can overcome anything. Successful people do not avoid difficulties. They face them head on with the right mindset. They talk to themselves in a way that keeps them pushing forward. When things get tough, they say, I've got this. When doubt creeps in, they say, I believe in myself. When obstacles appear, they say this is just part of the journey. They do not wait for motivation to find them. They create it by controlling their self-talk. Another powerful way to fuel motivation is by reminding yourself of your why. Why are you working toward your goals? Why is this important to you? When you connect with a deep sense of purpose, motivation becomes automatic. Instead of saying, I have to do this, shift your language to, I get to do this. This is an opportunity for me to grow and succeed. This simple shift in perspective makes a huge difference in how you approach your work, your goals, and your challenge. If you commit to speaking to yourself with energy, focus, and determination for just one day, you will feel the difference. Your motivation will increase, your mindset will strengthen, and you will realize that you have more control over your actions than you ever thought possible. Speak to yourself like a winner, and you will start moving like one. Your words have power. The way you speak to yourself shapes your confidence, influences your actions, and determines how you respond to challenges. But beyond motivation, beyond overcoming fear, and beyond fueling determination, there is something even more powerful. Turning positive self-talk into a lifelong habit. It is not enough to speak to yourself with confidence for just one day. The real transformation happens when this becomes a daily practice, something so natural that you no longer have to think about it. Most people go through life without ever realizing how much control they have over their own mindset. They allow their thoughts to be shaped by circumstances, by other people's opinions, by fear, or by past failures. They react to life instead of taking charge of their inner dialogue. But the truth is, the way you speak to yourself is one of the few things in life that you have complete control over. No matter what happens, no matter what obstacles arise, you always have the power to choose your thoughts and words. And that choice determines everything else. Building the habit of positive self-talk starts with awareness. Pay attention to the way you speak to yourself throughout the day. When you face a challenge, do you immediately think about why you might fail? Or do you remind yourself that you are capable of figuring it out? When you make a mistake, do you criticize yourself? Or do you see it as a learning opportunity? When you feel tired or unmotivated, do you allow yourself to sink into negativity? Or do you push through by speaking words of energy and focus? The first step to changing your self-talk is recognizing where it is holding you back. Once you become aware, the next step is to consciously replace negative thoughts with empowering ones. This does not mean ignoring reality or pretending that everything is perfect. It means choosing words that help you move forward rather than words that keep you stuck. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough, say, I'm always improving. Instead of saying, this is too hard, say, I am strong enough to handle challenges. Instead of saying, I'll never succeed, say, every step I take brings me closer to my goal. The words you repeat become the beliefs you hold, and those beliefs shape your reality. Repetition is key. Your brain is wired to reinforce what you focus on. If you have spent years speaking to yourself with doubt and negativity, it will take time to reprogram your mind. But just like training a muscle, the more you practice positive self-talk, the stronger it becomes. Every time you replace a negative thought with an empowering one, you are rewiring your brain for success. And the more you do it, the more automatic it becomes. Eventually, you will reach a point where speaking to yourself with confidence is your default mode, not something you have to force. Another way to make this a lasting habit is to surround yourself with positivity. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you create all influence your mindset. If you constantly hear negativity, doubt, and fear, it will be harder to maintain strong self-talk. But if you fill your mind with inspiration, encouragement, and success-driven thinking, it will reinforce your own words and beliefs. Listen to motivational speakers, read books that challenge your thinking, and spend time with people who uplift and support your growth. Most importantly, take action. Positive self-talk is not just about saying the right words. It is about backing them up with action. When you tell yourself that you are strong, prove it by facing challenges head on. When you tell yourself that you are capable, take bold steps toward your goals. When you tell yourself that you will succeed, work for it every day. Words alone are not enough. They must be followed by movement. Speak to yourself like this for one day, and you will feel the difference. Speak to yourself like this every day, and you will change your life.